just shoot out, or were there weapons fired by Mr. Dearman?
So the vehicle's being processed right now. That's not going to be something that we know until we actually get the vehicle processed.
Baldwin County investigators still trying to figure out exactly what happened early Sunday when a wanted man was shot and killed by officers.
Baldwin County Major Crimes Unit says Clint Dearman here was wanted for being a convicted felon with a weapon, and officers on the scene knew he was armed and dangerous. 2 months before this, Dearman went to jail for allegedly firing at Choctaw County officers.
Our Shelby Myers is in the studio with the latest on this investigation. Shelby.
Bob, Lenise, Baldwin County investigators say officers started shooting when Dearman showed them he had a gun he wasn't supposed to have.
Around 2 a.m. at the Chevron gas station off I-10 yesterday, the Baldwin County Major Crimes Unit says Spanish Fort police began closing in on convicted felon Clint Dearman. They say Dearman had warrants out for his arrest and was known to be armed and dangerous.
Mr. Dearman did not obey the verbal commands that were given to him. He actually was in the back seat of the car. They asked him to, stay where he was, to keep his hands where the officers could see him. He climbed over the front seat, got into the driver's seat, and while doing so, the officers noticed that he, had a firearm with him.
Authorities say 4 different officers with Spanish Fort Police and the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office fired at Dearman, hitting him multiple times. Dearman died on the scene. Whether or not Dearman fired at them is still under investigation.
I can't speak to exactly what it is that they saw. I certainly believe that there was a real threat there, that, there's a firearm present. You have a convicted felon, someone who's currently wanted. And I think that was the appropriate response at the time.
Lieutenant Andre Reed with the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office says officers on scene were aware that just 2 months before this, Dearman was injured when he opened fire on police in Choctaw County. Dearman was taken to the Clark County Jail, where District Attorney Spencer Walker says he should have stayed, but blames former Clark County Sheriff Ray Norris for letting Dearman out on medical bond.
The former sheriff of Clark County let him sign his own bond.
Norris tells me Dearman was so badly injured that the jail couldn't afford to hire a nurse to take care of him 24/7. And it's District Attorney Spencer Walker's opinion that he should not have let Dearman out on medical bond. But the sheriff says he had a right to do that because they couldn't properly care for Dearman.
And detectives tell us there is a lot of body camera and surveillance video that is helping in their investigation. Now, the 4 officers who fired at Dearman are on paid administrative leave, as is standard. Once the Baldwin County Major Crimes Unit finishes its investigation, the DA's office and a grand jury will take a look at it. Bob, Lenise.